Hi everyone. Hope you had a good Saturday, and it's a great flash sale, and the pump is gone, but the sale is still awesome, and I know you guys are out there working with your teams on growing. So I'll just wait a little bit till we get some folks joining. Hi Brittany, thanks for joining. I think that's Brandy. I can't see chats, but I believe you. I'm going to try to put chats on the other window here so I can figure this out. And thank you for joining. I'm gonna start a little bit by just some filler time, and I wanted to talk to you about. I think about joining Monat kind of was like a big complicated mess for me when I thought about it back in the day. If I had to do it and I brought somebody on, hi everybody, and so I kind of thought about it as it reminded me of a joke one time, and I'm not going to tell you who did this joke, but I challenge anybody 30 or under to give us the answer. Anybody who's much older than that probably knows the answer. Maybe it's 40 or under, I don't know. But basically, the joke goes like this. I'm going to tell you, and this is a true story. I'm going to tell you exactly how to make $1 million and not pay any taxes. Are you guys ready for the answer? How do you make $1 million and not pay any taxes? Anybody knows the comedian, feel free to throw it out there now. But it's a really simple answer. First thing you got to do is make $1 million. The next thing you got to do is don't pay taxes. Okay, that's a dumb joke, but it's still kind of like it's kind of like asking somebody to be an MMP and telling them I'm going to tell you how to be an MMP, and the answer is first thing you got to do is be an MMP. Anyways, it's kind of what I've been thinking about the start of this month, and I've been having meetings with people talking about some goal setting at the beginning of the month. I like to talk about their why. I like to talk about the goals they have personally for the month, for themselves and their business. And I like to talk about the commitment that they want to make towards their business this month. Maybe it's changed because they're not working. Maybe they have to go back to work and they've been off, and now it's back to some real work that they have to do. But it's this: what is your commitment? How many hours are you going to spend? Are you going to spend any time over the weekend? And it's not for me. This is nothing for me. Their goals are their goals. Their commitment is their commitment. And the only people that you lie to is yourself. So you really want to be honest with yourself about setting a goal and making a commitment. And what are you going to be able to really spend on your business? Because you've got kids running around. You've got real life happening. You might still have to go into work and then shower extra when you get home and wash your clothes extra. And you name it. All that stuff is real and it's happening. And so I wanted to go through with my thought process on how to enable everybody to talk about their business and really what you've been trying to do for your business. And I saw some great talks on this. I know I just bumped up one that I found on Roxy. I'm like, I wonder if Roxy ever talked about this. And I typed in something and it popped right up. And Roxy basically almost says exactly what I'm about to say. But I'm going to say it just a little bit different. And I'm going to super simplify it for everybody. And then I went to Market Partner Official, which, by the way, everybody should be in Market Partner Official. But don't get lost in those groups. You got real work to do. And if you have limited time, make sure you protect your time, people. But I went over there and I found people talking about almost the same thought process as me in terms of what do you have to do for your business every single month. And so I'm kind of breaking it down like this. I start the month out with a conversation with myself and leaders and individuals. I've had tons of these conversations, and I love these conversations. So feel free to reach out to me if you want to, I don't know, get some more coaching or, tell me how I'm wrong or whatever the case might be. But the bottom line is I'm willing to help anybody, and all you got to do is ask, and we'll do what we can. But so bottom line is, let's set our goal with our team. Let's set our goal for ourselves. And try to be aggressive with your goal, because what I'm going to teach you is so simple. It's like, this is exactly what people have been missing in my mind. And maybe they haven't been missing, but I really love what I've been discovered or rediscovered from some of the leaders that I probably already know this. And then we set the commitment, and then we talk about the plan. So whether you are an SED, whether you're a director, whether you're MM, whether you're an MMB, whether you just signed up yesterday, this is exactly what you need to do in your business. And it's great to start the month out with a clear strategy and say, yep, how am I going to change my business this month? And how big can I grow my business? And how many people can I help? Because somewhere in this mix, it's all about how do I help people? Because at the end of the day, we are all doing that, and they need it bad now. So every conversation I have, I promise you, is really just about me trying to help you guys do everything you want to do in your dreams. So let's continue to support each other that way, and really make that the passion about why you're reaching out to people. So I'm going to get right into it. I'm going to talk about the plan. And this is the plan that works for every single person in this business. And so the plan simply goes like this, and I want you to look at this in your business. And if you've got a big business, let's say you've got a strong leg that gets to MMM all the time. You don't even really worry too much about them, but you might talk to them, and you should probably talk to them, because they're probably trying to get another leg. They probably want to hit director, and you know they want to hit director. So you're going to talk to them, and you're going to talk to them about the plan for their business. And it's every month. And I wish I could credit the person who did it, but they talked about growing an MMP every single month. So wherever your business is at, that's what you're going to do. And I'm going to tell you my thoughts on exactly how to do that. Super simple. So let's pretend you just got a new market partner on board. You've got a warm market if you just started. It's your best friend. It's your partner in crime. It's whoever, that person you want to go on your vacation with. You know them, you love them, you trust them. You think they need this because they need it in their life right now. Maybe they're not working. You think they might be great at it, and you just like them, and you want to share an opportunity with them. So you found that person. It might be a cold lead market, because you've been doing this a while. You've been walking through your DMOs, doing your social work, and you've got a cold lead market. Either way, you found that market partner. And the first thing I want you to do when you find that market partner is a very simple action. I don't want you to dump all the training on them. I want you to give them a simple action. And I put a deadline on it, because it's so simple, everybody should be able to do this. You sign up the market partner. They finish signing up, by the way, so make sure that's happened before you give them a new action, because sometimes that's tricky with people. They got to get that final button push, and somehow that becomes hard. Brittany's taught me that a lot this last few weeks. Hi guys, I see everybody. I love you guys. Thanks for joining. And so the simple action you're going to give them after they sign up as a market partner, the only thing you're going to give them, this is only what you really want to give them, is ask them to look at the people that they know, love, and trust, and they think might need this, and come up with exactly no more than 2 names to engage with you in a 3-way call. And that's all I want you to do. That's all I want you to do, and I want you to tell them you want that call within the next 24 to 48 hours. That's it. Have them set up that call with the people they know, love, and trust. Everybody who signed up for this business has 2 people somewhere that know them, love them, and trust them, need this business, and can come on board. They really can. Everybody who starts kind of gets into that deer in the headlight looks. What? I got to go do a market partner academy. I got to do this. Look at all these trainings all over the place. I got to do those. They don't have to do any of that in the first 24 to 48 hours. You're going to get them a paycheck if you work with them and say, give me 2 names. In the next 48 hours, 24 to 48 hours. I like putting 24 out there because I want to do it right now, actually. And I seen Brittany. Oh, yeah, no, we're going to call them right now. Let me see your phone. She takes the phone and starts dialing whoever they say. And she always does that. But everybody has two people that they know, love, and trust, and they want to help, and they would love to do this business with. And they're gonna talk about their why. And when you do a three-way call with them, you're gonna do like a mini Meet Monat, and you're gonna talk about your story and your why, and you're gonna explain how important it is. And you understand the market partner you just signed up. Let's call that person. I'm gonna guess a name. We'll call him Jay. Okay, I don't know where I got that name, but let's just pretend that Jay is your new market partner, and we just signed him up, and he's got people he knows, loves, and trusts. And we're gonna find a way that we can get Jay to connect with his people, connect us with the people, and help him get two market partners. Somewhere in the mix, there's going to be some people that say no, some people that say, I like the products. I think I'll try the products. You know what I mean? So you might get some VIPs out of it. Don't stop till you find the two market partners and sign them up. Just two. That's it. And at the end of 48 hours, you're going to be successful more often than you're not with somebody brand new, because you didn't tell them, go do all this stuff. You said two little things, and you get them the two little things, and you help them close that deal. And when they finish that, they are halfway to being an MMP. They're halfway to being an MMP. And doesn't everybody need an MMP? Doesn't every MMP on your leg that is a little bit unstable need an MMP? Doesn't every MM or MMM that has an MMP that's a little unstable or needs another leg that's a little more stable need an MMP? They do. And you're going to help them get there. By the way, I call this the rinse and repeat part. Okay? You just signed up. So Jay signed up his two partners in crime. Let's just come up with names like Naomi and Catherine. Okay, I don't know where I'm getting these names, people, but I love Jay, Naomi, and Catherine. And so the first thing you do as you helped sign up Naomi and Catherine for Jay is you'll be on a three-way call with them. And your only thing you're going to say to them is, in the next 24 to 48 hours, I want you to go through your warm market of people you know, love, and trust, and probably need this, and probably will be great at it. I want you to come and put me in a three-way call, or Jay, I, and you in a call with them, and we're going to help you sign up two market partners. And so it works pretty simple. You do that with your Jay. You did it for Jay. You do it with Catherine. You do it with Naomi, and now they've got two market partners 96 hours after you just started doing this, guys. That's called an MMP. Somewhere in the mix, they found VIPs because of the same process. It just fell out that way. You're going to find the VIPs as well. And you're going to have an MMP done and ready in 96 hours from today if you do this with your team or you do this with your new market partner. Now, I want to shock you a little bit because this is actually real. I'm going to tell you what happens by the 16th of April if you did this today. Starting today, not tomorrow. Somewhere in your team, you've got a market partner that's struggling. You're going to treat them like a new market partner and say, give me two. You're in your warm market still. Give me two names. You're going to treat that like a new one, and you're going to get them going. And in 96 hours, they are going to be an MMP. And by the 16th of April, if you successfully executed this simple plan and rinsed and repeat and trained them to do this in the first 48 hours, you will have an organization of about 100 people under that market partner. You will have about 19,000 DV under that market partner. This is how people blow up their business super, super fast. And I'm not saying, and all I said was do something in the 48 hours. That's what this training is about. This is about the first 48 hours. I'm going to come tomorrow. We're going to talk about the 49th hour, but I'll give you a hint. Okay. You're going to start to introduce the stuff we need to introduce in the back office. You're going to start, but you're going to protect people's time in the next 48 hours. And in the next 48 hours, you're going to protect their time. You're going to say, limit your training and your Facebook engagements and your team joins and your this and your that to 30 minutes a day, because you can't be killing them. Thank you. I really rinse and repeat will be floating in suds. What a great line, Monty Lee. That was pretty awesome. And you're gonna teach them to protect their time. Their time in that first 48 hours is finding person. Their time in the next 48 hours is helping their people close those other market partners and train them about the next 48 hours. Okay, so this is kind of the strategy. And by the end, there's a little bit of training. And then after the 48 hours, there's a little bit of introduction. Pick one group to join. Get them in one Facebook group after the 48 hours. Don't overload them. Point to exact files, videos, or whatever it is that you want them to spend no more than 30 minutes on, but you want them to go through all of these, spread out over the next week. And all you're gonna do is say, take your time, because you got a warm market right now. Most of those DMOs and most of that activity is what you're going to need when you start to enter into more of a cold market, or enable you to bring up your cold market. And so you guys have the potential to explode your team, stabilize your MMB legs, get yourself back to some rank that you can't even imagine. I look at these ranks and I go, well, you got 16,000 DV. This person here, they've got the structure in place to be an MM on their own. I said, imagine these two people did this. They are going to be an MM again. And by the way, you're going to do this over here for these two people. You're probably going to hit MMM. And we're not talking about anything shady. We're not talking about stacking people at all. You're helping people join their own people on their teams. And that's the best thing you can do. And you're helping people. And so I'm going to say one more thing about your warm market, because everybody on this call, I guarantee, has an untapped warm market left. I don't care if it's Tony, maybe not Tony, but there's a potential here. Okay. And so you ask yourself, did I explain my why strong enough? And my why, everybody knows, and I'll say it again, became so crystallized for me when Roxy passed, that this is why we're protecting Roxy's legacy and her family. And we're going to do everything humanly possible to help people like she wanted us to, and help her be remembered like she wanted us to. Trying not to cry, but it's okay. And we're gonna make that real for people as we talk about the business. And as I talk about that with my warm market, I'm able to break through to people who don't want to be a market partner and said no to Roxy a long time ago. But you know what we didn't necessarily do? We didn't say, you know what? You understand how important this business and legacy and my life and my wife's passion was? You understand it now more than ever. I want you to help me, even if you're lying to yourself, even if you ignore all of Roxy's posts. I want you to pretend that and use your actions to actually love us as much as you guys have been treating us and saying you love us and introduce us to your market. They've got a warm market. Break through that with your why and how important your why is to you and why you need to solve it now. Because, I watched the news, something news like today. It was Bill Maher, because I need humor in my news if I'm going Bill Maher. And he's a little political, so maybe not for everybody. I got to be honest. You just have to laugh through some parts or cry through some parts, whatever works for you guys. But at the end of the day, somebody on there said, Well, this thing isn't Ebola rolling through. There's no zombies coming out through this. He said, but it's going to prepare us if it ever gets to be a terrible virus that the death rates really, really hurt people. And, you know, that might happen again someday. The second wave of this infection, after we all slow down the infection, might pop back up when flu season comes. And you know what? People need the money and they're not going to be able to go to work. And so you're helping them. You're helping your why and you're helping them. Use that to open up and extend your warm market back into spaces that you've been unable to. So I'm telling you that because I think it's all about the warm market that enables us, as we get that first person, to allow them to use their warm market. And everybody can find 2 people. So use this to your advantage, please. I'm not going to take super long to talk beyond this. I do have thoughts on the 48 hours and the 96 hours. And I want to make sure we all get back to thinking about the right policies and procedures. Don't make income claims. Don't buy their kit for them. You guys can help people. There are solutions and words for the obstacles that help you break through right now. I know I've seen it in Rockstars in the Files. I'm sure you guys have seen many more. There's some on in the resource library I saw earlier today. It's all over the place. You can break through these obstacles for people and use your heart and their heart and get them some money next Friday and on the 15th of May. And I think you guys will do phenomenal at this. I challenged, not even challenged, I put a incentive in the group that talked about ranking for Roxy. And I'm walking the talk with you guys here because this is how we're going to do it. You're all going to recover your ranks, blow through your ranks, and you can do it simply and easily by getting 2 people that you know, love, and trust and needs this. And then rinse and repeat. That's it. So was there any questions anybody had? I don't know if it passed by. I love all the support you guys give me. Thank you so much. If you guys have questions, I'll continue to look in the stream and answer you guys. You guys can reach out to me. Don't be afraid. I definitely will take your calls. I might not do a lot of talking tonight. I've had this conversation about 40 times, I think, and my voice is getting a little bit shot. So I'm going to try to drink some cold water. I'm going to go eat a bunch of zinc tabs and some oranges. And everybody stay safe there. Stay home. It's not necessary to go out. Be careful. People are, I went out shopping today and people are being a little bit cautious, or they're not being cautious enough. I saw too many people forgetting why we're all quarantined. So please just stay out, guys. I will save this recording and you guys can see it again later. Thanks so much, guys. We'll see how you go. Any questions? We'll get there. Thanks. Take care. Bye-bye.